conservationists worry about Africa's big cats. For a long time, these predators, especially lions, began to dwindle in numbers due to habitat loss, poaching, and human encroachment. 20 years ago, the Balule Nature Reserve in Limpopo Province, South Africa, had almost zero lions. But now, Balule and other game farms have merged into larger nature reserves. The combined area covers over 2.5 million hectares that extends as far as Mozambique. And that is good news for Africa's giant cats.
Lions do incredibly well in this area, mainly because there's a large enough space for them to operate. In the rest of Africa, habitat loss is the biggest threat to lions all over the continent, and here they're flourishing because there's a large enough area that's well managed. And your apex predators are symptomatic of a well-run system.
Balule Reserve itself is so big that its census takers have to crisscross the terrain multiple times to make the count as thorough as possible. The reserve warden uses a disgruntled buffalo calf's noise to lure the big cats. The process is done once a year to keep a check on the apex predators. The reserves have cut back on anti-poaching patrols with help of virtual rangers. Last year, the census found 156 of the lordly beasts prowling the region. However, the world's lion population at large shrunk by 43% over 2 decades.
It goes for all species, that the critical thing is to maintain as much habitat for them as possible, and then secure that habitat. Obviously we're all facing a rhino crisis, and that's where we've spent a lot of money in terms of protection, but by default you're protecting everything that's in the system, and it has to be a priority.
The future of these big cats lies in the hands of virtual rangers and conservationists. For now, they continue to flourish in this massive wildlife reserve, and the government is taking a sigh of relief as their population is expected to grow further. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.